Jiu-Jitsu Dominance, BJJ Dominance. I want to go over some stretches that you guys should be doing routinely as part of your warm-ups, before practice, on your off days, as much as you possibly can. I can't stress enough how stretching and flexibility and mobility work is an important factor within your body, just to feel good and not feel like crap all the time, right? It's restorative for the tissue, restorative for the body, it's restorative for the nervous system, so it's going to help you recover. And typically I would break this into pieces and show you the segments, but I got to go over the details of certain things here. So one of the big ones is just for the lower back, right? Like I suffer from sciatica, and I do these routinely just so I could so I could counterpart that. So a big one that I like to do, and again, it's like the details on this is palms. Keep the palms down, not up. So you want internal rotation here, and I'm going to talk to you guys from there. Like one of the big ones is kind of keep your knees together. You're going to look the opposite way and keep it controlled, keep it slow, right? And kind of just breathe out here. And then you can kind of send it the other way, right? And again, controlled, not fast. If you're super loose here, you could pick up the speed. But I think that trunk rotation is a huge factor for a lot of people. Leaving the head and the shoulders on the ground as best as you can, right? And again, you could do that for 2 minutes, I would say. I wouldn't really go for reps here. I go for time because you want to go till you feel good, to be honest. The next guy is like a rocking type motion, and I still struggle at this one. But the big thing is you want to see the feet? I can't get that all the way down. Some people are going to be able to get that flat, and that's ideal. You're going to be able to get that all the way there, right? You want to be like the knees kind of flat, where the heels turn in as best as you can. And again, I'll do the best I can here. And then this motion here, right? Now from here, what's happening is the hips are open and they're kind of slammed tight together. Now you want to put pressure on them by bringing them back. And you're going to hold it for like 2 seconds and then bring out of that pressure, right? So from here, you're going to bring into that, bring it back, and then come out. And watch your knees here sometimes, the torque on the knees. But you'll feel yourself go further and further. And this is one I have to work a lot on for me. Just tight in that sense. One of the next ones, and again, I would do that for probably a minute or so. Just going back, hold that. You got to hold that back part for like 2 seconds, right? So a really good one here would be the inside of the groin. And if you don't need a post, by all means, but the key is that the feet are flat here. So the feet are going to be flat, like this heel's going to be flat, and we're going to rock right to a side and open up that groin. And then we're going to post up and go the other way, right? Right the other way. And again, if you don't need this, don't worry about it. The key is that this foot is flat. And we're stretching from side to side there, right? And one of the last ones here, I'll show you guys. Where people screw up a hip flexor stretch or something in that context on the floor is that they don't keep their pelvis at a neutral with their spine. So one of the things, and I'll do my kind of bad side first, you want to bring this straight down, right? See how I'm really, really, really hunched over? You got to bring this up here. Then you got to tuck this pelvis forward. I could already feel stress in my lower back right there, tension and tightness. Now from here, this is where you're really stretching this hip flexor. If we're rolled forward, this angle is too great. It's too loose here. You have to straighten to then be able to stretch this. And again, it's the same premise. Straighten and then go forward, right? Literally, the more you do this, the better you're gonna get at it. I remember when I first started jiu-jitsu, when it's funny because I only picked up on this last week, I had a hard time just sitting like this. Really hard time. sitting here in general. Now I can feel I could sit here, 10 minutes a clip easy. But over time, the more you do this, I'm telling you, the better you're gonna get at it. And if you're into this stuff like I am, you wanna be able to do this stuff for the rest of your life, you have to make sure you have adequate mobility and flexibility. Or else, something's gonna go pop or crack at some point in time. Maybe not because somebody's being super aggressive, but maybe because you can't get in and out of a position. So if you can't get in and out of a position passively, what do you think happens, meaning slowly? What do you think happens when you throw your body there with speed and force? Something goes pop or cramp or crack or whatever, and then it's an injury cycle, So by all means, guys, do those. Let me know what you guys think. I think those are excellent for jiu-jitsu in a sense. There's a lot more I could add to it, but I don't want to overwhelm Coach Flu here.